has caused a huge rise in sea levels and wiped out coastal cities all over the world. Millions of people have been displaced and the now crazy climate causes global famine, so governments implement licensing pregnancy to fight overpopulation. To compensate for this, scientists create a series of robots known as mecha, who don't require as many resources to survive as humans do. The inventor of these mechas is Professor Hobby, who takes a female mecha apart in a conference while he explains that robots are programmed to react to damage or pain and to remember to avoid the cause of damage like a human would. Unfortunately, this doesn't mimic human emotion, which brings Hobby to the next step, a robot child programmed to love its parents. This mecha will be marketed to couples who yearn for a child but can't obtain the license to reproduce. 20 months after the presentation, Henry and his wife Monica visit their son Martin in the hospital. Martin was diagnosed with a rare disease and put in suspended animation until a cure is found. Martin's doctor worries about Monica, who still hopes for that cure and often comes to read to his son, and he advises Henry to help Monica cope with the grief she's currently suppressing. Hoping that this will help his wife to move on, Henry applies to Cybertronics beta testing and gets chosen by Hobby to test his latest invention, a child mecha named David. This robot is a prototype mecha child programmed to experience love. Monica is offended by the idea and argues with Henry, saying that he's trying to replace Martin when he isn't even dead yet. However, Monica eventually realizes that she needs to fill a hole in her heart and has a big need to take care of a child again, even if it's a mecha. After finally changing Monica's mind, Henry explains how the imprinting protocol works. Once they decide to keep David, they can choose to activate his imprinting, making David loyal to them just like a regular child that loves their parents. The imprinting is irreversible, meaning that if the couple ever decides to return David, he'll be scrapped. So it's very important for them not to imprint until they are sure. Later in the evening, Monica and Henry allow David into Martin's old room. David is eager to get along and make his parents happy, but remembering that he's not real makes Monica nervous, and she ends up shutting the door on him when he asks her to dress him. The next morning, David watches Monica prepare breakfast with pure curiosity. He continues to watch her the rest of the day as she does her chores, no matter how hard Monica tries to ignore him. When she grows too frustrated, Monica ends up putting David away in the closet. Moments later, Monica feels guilty and lets David out, excusing herself by saying that they're playing hide and seek. This makes David surprise Monica in the bathroom while she's relieving herself, thinking she's hiding there. During dinner, David watches his parents eat, and he's so fascinated by this that he pretends to drink from an empty glass to mimic Henry, then copies the way Monica eats pasta. When noodles get stuck in Monica's lips, it makes David laugh, which startles his parents into laughing along. Later in the evening, when Monica gets David ready for bed, she finally tends to him as if he was her real son. However, this also reminds her of Martin in the hospital, making her cry. The next morning, Monica decides to initiate the imprinting protocol, coming to terms with the fact that she needs David to cope with Martin's situation. After she finishes saying the code that will trigger David's love, the boy's face softens up and for the first time he calls Monica mommy. This already makes Monica more attached to him, especially when he hugs her.